The life of a wrestler can be tough, especially considering you aren't paid nearly as much as you'd expect, and life can get even worse after the fact. I'm D-Wicked from Watch WWE, and these are the 10 WWE superstars who went broke. Number 10, Matt Osborne. Considering he played a fucking clown, it's not too hard to consider him going broke. The former Doink saw drug abuse interfere with his life, and no real job to fall back on, the man ended up living a poor man's life full of debt and consistent drug issues. Number 9, X-Pac. Drugs hurt a lot of people on this list, and simply put, they ruined X-Pac's life. He's blown his entire life savings on drugs and still hasn't fully recovered today. In fact, he's still suffering from addiction right now. Number 8, Kamala. After leaving the WWE, Kamala's health really hit a low. I mean, look at the guy, it was kinda obvious something bad would happen to him. Due to high blood pressure and diabetes, 2011 saw him needing to get his left leg amputated, and in April 2012, his right leg was also taken away. A campaign even launched seeking financial donations for the guy, and in 2014, he stated that he relies on a disability check as well as selling handmade wooden chairs just to survive. The man sells handmade fucking chairs. That is a man in need. Number 7, Lex Luger. I never really gave a shit about Lex Luger, he was always just kinda there for me, but a man is a man and I never want to see one suffer. His addiction to drugs really fucked his life over, getting arrested 3 times in 2003 and having to pay bonds to get out of jail. After his girlfriend Miss Elizabeth died, also due to drugs, Luger ended up being charged with 13 felony counts of drug possession, having to pay over 27 grand as bail before being acquitted. He eventually went to jail in 2005 and was stuck because, well, all his cash that he earned as a wrestler was blown on drugs and alcohol. Thankfully, he sobered up in 2007 and now works with the WWE on their wellness program to make sure others don't make the same mistakes that he did. Number 6, Virgil. Considering he was a slave, this one seems especially cruel. After the WWE, he went around wrestling promotions to try and get support from his fans, but barely anyone recognized him and he couldn't make ends meet. He even ended up making a GoFundMe for his fans to, quote, make me a millionaire, but we all know how likely that one is. Number 5, Ric Flair. Starting around 2005, Flair's life saw many downs, including his road rage incident, his financial business filing for bankruptcy, and Ring of Honor filing a lawsuit against Flair, alleging he owed them $40,000. Flair almost spent 90 days in jail for giving High Sports Incorporated his NWA World title belt as collateral, but someone paid off the debt. While he's getting a bit better nowadays, his personal life is still a mess of sorts with relatively low income supporting it. Number 4, Dynamite Kid. After Dynamite left the WWE and moved on to wrestle in Japan, everything kinda went downhill. His health started to dwindle, he divorced his wife Michelle, he lost the use of his left leg, and now he's even wheelchair bound. Since that, he's also suffered from multiple heart issues, including 2 strokes in the last 5 years. His inability to work and increasing hospital bills have left him in a very difficult predicament financially. He's pretty much unable to do anything at this point, which is disappointing for a legend of the industry. Number 3, Jimmy Snuka. Look, I don't know if Jimmy Snuka killed his girlfriend or not, and I won't speak on that subject since I have no opinion of it, but what's undeniable is the fact that the Argentina family suing Snuka left him without the ability to find work and without any money to pay off the debts, and considering the dementia he suffers from now that's delaying his almost inevitable jail time, this one's just depressing considering the legend he is as well. Number 2, Scott Hall. Considering he was only part of the biggest swerve in wrestling history, it's a bit surprising that the bad guy ended up as bad as he did. Due to his drug abuse and multiple arrests, Hall found himself living a poor lifestyle. Thankfully, he became more sober in recent years thanks to the help of DDP, and while he still isn't doing great financially, he's surrounded by friends and family at least. And number 1, Jake Roberts. Another post-WWE drug and alcohol abuser, another life saved by DDP. Seriously, give this man an award. Jake Roberts' downfall is probably the most well-known in wrestling. He got hard into drugs and drinking, so badly that he could barely even walk before getting out of breath, and considering he was making a living off small indie appearances, it goes without saying his income was a fraction of the quarter of about nothing. And that's our list. What are your thoughts? Tell us in the comments below, and if you like what you saw, check out our other work over at Spacebound, Watch 10's Conspiratorial Wrestling, and of course, D-Wicket. You can follow me on Twitter at DWicketYT, and if you enjoyed, like the video and subscribe for more of the best wrestling content you've ever seen. Thank you all for watching.